Alright, so we're here at Mad Mike Summerbash, my third year in a row. I absolutely love this event. Mike brings together all the best car culture from New Zealand, the coolest trade stands, the coolest cars, the coolest drivers, has the insane entry, team drift, all the coolest shit, and absolutely love it. So I sent Toretto back from Australia for this event and the rest of the DNZ series, which should be really cool. Last couple of years, we've had so many drivers to this event, and honestly, it's just been like almost a bit of a mechanical nightmare. So yeah, obviously prepped the car back in Australia, pretty happy with where it's at. We don't really know though, because I haven't driven this car that much. But anyway, today's qualifying and practice. We're gonna get 3 hours practice, so we have to be pretty on it. We've had a bit of a punt in the wind with gearing. We've driven the car around the block. It seems like it's gonna be good. But yeah, we're a pretty small team, but we're gonna have to be on it today. And yeah, hopefully we find that line pretty early, get the car dialed in, and then just have fun all weekend.
Alright guys, first lap out. I managed to sneak down here and be one of the first cars on the line, which is pretty cool. Made a few changes to this car, so let's see how it works.
Missing quite a lot of valuable practice here because there isn't much practice. But I look at the data log and cylinder trims look good, but we are quite down on boost, which is interesting, and it's also really dubby to make boost. So just gone over the engine and double checked that the boost control is not unplugged or something silly like that. But I guess obviously the engine is missing a little bit too. And if we have a look on here, there's quite some fat spots in the map. Which is really interesting, because I found with my S13 when I come over here, it also didn't run very well. So I wonder if the fuel is way different, potentially. I'm not really sure I'm going to fix this. We're going to probably just go out now and just see if that's made any difference. Maybe it's running fat and just got a small misfire potentially in some of these spots. Have a bit of a look and see what happens. But quite frustrating, pretty annoying, but this is how it is.
Still got a miss in the burnout box, which seems like it's far better. Basically, we just pulled 6% fuel fully out of the fuel table across the board, and I pulled the rear wing off as well. So we'll just see how this goes and just continue to sneak up on the setup. Definitely a little bit frustrating, but the fuel must be way different here or something. So I'm going to try a couple of different boost options on the boost map now, just to see if they change anything. Obviously pulled that 6% of fuel out of it, but I don't know if I want to pull any more out. We probably really need to build a fuel map if that's something that we're going to do, because it's pretty sketchy just to pull it out from across the board like this. Also, I've just changed gearing so we can run the whole track in third. Hopefully that's a little bit easier on the clutch, because it seems like the clutch is getting worse too.
So just back in the pits, making a few more changes. Obviously, it was definitely way better, but still had a bit of a miss up top, so we didn't clean that up. I don't think we get another practice lap, but anyway, it's going to be what it is. It's going to have to send it. We are making a little Ackerman change to the front, and yeah, I've just got Brad, my tuner, back, and he's actually going to fix the map up properly. We just pretty much threw a fuel trim at it across the board, and that was better. But still, when you have a look now, it's a little bit up and down, but it's still really, really flat up top. So he's actually going to properly pull the log, go through the RPM points, and yeah, send us a tune file. I'm not going to be able to test it, so it is a little bit risky. Last time we did this, the car cut out, went in the fence at Bay Park. So anyway, it'll be what it is, and yeah, we're just going to have to send it. Just entered the realm of mystery toe. Anyway, so there we go.
I feel like I haven't really talked about the event that much, but Mike just gets it. I mean, obviously he gets it. It's mad line, but I think it's like 80 drivers something qualifying now. Try to make it really, really simple. Basically, there's an hour and a half time slot, and everyone has to do 2 laps at some point. There's no run order, nothing crazy going on, and yeah, they're super relaxed, really cool. The whole vibe's super relaxed from obviously the officials are here taking it serious, checking all those like gear and stuff. But everyone is actually having fun, they're having time. So yeah, it's quite refreshing to be here, and it's fun to see an event that can be at this level, but still fun. It's still not taken like too seriously. Like obviously everyone still wants to win and we can be competitive on the track. But yeah, it's a cool level of camaraderie here between everyone, and it's really sort of fun. My car feels good. Steering wheel going straight, half a good free tone, engine feels responsive. Go! Results in a minute, but I don't think it went too bad, all things considered, how the day's been so far. Big shout out to Brad from Race Tech for just like building essentially a fuel map for it and running. And it ran super well. Honestly, it felt like we picked up like 300 or 400 horsepower, and suddenly we were going a little bit short on gearing. First lap we did just on scrap tyres just to see if it would work. Second lap put new ones on, and it was hooking. Car was moving unstable, it was like picking a front wheel a fair bit, but I think we still did a pretty good job, so I reckon we'll be in the show. Still had a couple of fluffy points. When I tried to drift the last couple of corners, it was misfiring like a fair bit. So we're going to pull the tune file now, make a couple more adjustments, but that was definitely like way better. So big thanks to Brad. And yeah, we're pretty stoked about it. That was fun. We were gripped up and we were fucking flying.
So we're just on the beers while Brad's flicking some more tune numbers in, but we have been upstairs and got our qualifying results, qualified 5th. Pretty happy with that, given how obviously the morning was going, and obviously we really rolled the dice with that tune up. But anyway, it worked, which is cool. Qualified 5th last year too, so I don't know what it is with this event, qualifying 5th, but anyway, it should be pretty cool. The whole field is pretty stacked up. Like, this is definitely New Zealand's best drivers, and there's some really cool shit here. Not sure what I've got tomorrow, but just play it as it is and keep tuning this thing up and see how we go. I think we might take the gearbox out tonight and just painfully do the clutch. It does seem to be getting worse. It's like right at the top of the pedal now, even after we adjusted it, so probably should. We'll see how we go. Having a few beers now and kind of chilling out, so we'll just see if we can get fucked or not. So to some quick suspension adjustments. We ended up doing the clutch last night. The clutch was in, it was completely smoked. It's crazy now with the brand new tilt in it, how soft the clutch is, because the plates were just so warped and the floater was so warped that obviously wasn't really releasing properly. But it makes sense to why we were playing around a lot, trying trying to find that fine point and really adjust stuff to make the clutch actually work. Anyway, hopefully now we're past all that shit, the engine and with the clutch, we start trying to get the car set up. Today's obviously about having fun first and foremost, but also we do want to be a bit competitive at the end of the day, don't get me wrong. But in the morning we have, like they won't use that circuit again, we won't get to use that until actually the competition. But they have Hampton Downs National Circuit, Club Circuit and International going, plus some cruising and stuff too. Anyway, we're about to go now just on the National Circuit, have a little bit of fun, and we'll just try and get the car feeling a little bit better. But yeah, it looked really cool that it was bouncing like picking a wheel. We need to try and control that a bit more. Kind of annoying because I didn't really get pushed too hard, but yeah.
Alright, so back out on track. This time we're doing international circuit, which is pretty much you go flat out down club circuit, go right, around the back and then link into the section that we're just doing. This is super fun, this section. You can really get into it. So I really want to get a snappy entry into turn 1 down here. Only issue is we don't have any tyre temp because we're in the burnout box, and this run up is massive all the way down there until obviously turn 1. And there's like a no drift zone, so we can't really even start doing a roll and burnout. So I might play it a little bit safe, but also I might try and get this. So we'll see how we go.
Don't think we can risk it with competition coming up, but let's start. That very, very last bit now. So yeah, we definitely have a problem. It's a proper gangster moment. So Benny might be heading out. He may have broken his foot this morning, so he's going to try and drive it. Yes, bro! Yes, bro! Yes, bro!
We just set up down here, top 16 pits. They move us all down for just a bit of hot pit next to the track. Don't really know how this clutch is going to go. I think we're probably on borrowed time, at least we know it, we are. We're going to try and slip the car up like a little bit, still try and get through the battles. Problem is, obviously, the winning mentality is to like put a fair bit in the car still. We're going to have to try and just nurse this problem and see how we go. Do 2 practice laps now, and we'll get straight into it. Alright, so the Summerbash curse continues. Like you see on my GoPro, obviously up here I didn't really have power steering in the burnout box to notice it was under 10 volts. I suspected that the alternator belt probably was off, and as it turns out the alternator belt is off. We don't have a spare. Not really time to rust anything up. Obviously no one has any spares down here in this hot pits anyway. So we're pretty much just out. I tried to drive it. It was a bit of a sloppy lap, but the engine started clipping, as you can imagine, because it didn't have any voltage. And it got hot to like 110 because the water pump probably stopped working. And yeah, I really wanted to battle Jordan because he's an absolute G. I love the way he drives, and yeah, I've been coming here for 2 years and I haven't had to battle him. So it kind of sucks when you get to battle more than anything else. But anyway, it's what it is, unfortunately. It looks like it would actually go quite well. Give it up. You'll feel it when it's on. Yep. Give it up. We're making it happen. Who cares? We're not going to undo it. Alright, I'll put it on. I'll put it down. whoa. Go.
Yep. Oh. How tight is it? Tight enough. Oh, mate. Should be alright. Alright.
So, look, I get the rules are the rules, so it is what it is. But we took 10 minutes to get that fixed instead of allocated 5. That's fine now. But yeah, we're out, unfortunately. I know Jordan wouldn't want to win like that either, so it's definitely not like on him. But yeah, rules are the rules. So here's what it is. I think there is a session later, so might finish this clutch off, might get on the beers. Guess you'll find out.
So we're down here at Club Circuit, ready to have a little bit of fun. There's an insane entry comp later today, and the corner goes the same way. It's vaguely same sort of corner, so let's try and get a little bit of practice in. Send this thing, and hopefully we can at least win something this weekend.
Fuck. So we debeated and we've lost the dry sump belt. Anyway, for fuck's sake. What the fuck how is this getting out of there? It's a metal fucking hoop. We'll just fucking go around here then. It's not gonna work either, is it? Yeah, you're just gonna... That is annoying. So, obviously it's the end of the weekend. Big thanks to Benny Boy. Benny subbed it on. We haven't even talked about the foot injury, but anyway.
Yeah.
Fucking not the best weekend for you, nor me.
No.
But we put our best foot forward, and then we had fucking fun.
Had lots of fun, broke my foot this morning, still drove. The adrenaline kicked in and we enjoyed it. I'm glad these boys are here. It's always a good party with these boys. Yeah, bring on the next one.
And we're going to enjoy tonight, right?
Have a few beers
No,
tonight.
about that tomorrow. We're going to hospital tomorrow, yeah.
Go to hospital tomorrow, probably. What about tomorrow?
It's day after Summerbash. I just thought I'd take a quick moment. We're feeling a little bit hungover. We had a reasonably big night, but anyway, it's part of the weekend, part of the fun. Just gone over the car now. Found a few more things that's wrong with it. This is pretty interesting that the car still drove all right. But anyway, we sort of knew we had a bit of a problem with that, but didn't realise it was probably that bad. A quick little shout out, like big thanks to Jenkins. Obviously let me use the workshop. The hospitality was amazing. The meals all week, the accommodation, all the shit. Like it's honestly amazing. The Halligans as well, let me use their car and heaps of stuff. That was gangster. Obviously Brad from Race Tech, building the tune up and everything for this. Very, very cool. Cascade let me use his jack and rattle gun and Tom for also some tools and stuff. Like obviously being international, like we don't have anything. So trying to build a list together now of all the stuff we're going to need. Actually put Koei for D1NZ. It's going to be quite a substantial list. We obviously need to address the clutch that's in this car. We need to probably build a little under tray or something so nothing goes through the dry sump belt again. Obviously like what's happened. We have lots of problems like this around the car. I still think that this car had a lot of potential this weekend and we didn't really get to show it, but like we're getting there. And obviously this car is pretty new for us and hasn't been shaken down, but this chassis has a lot of potential and if we put together a half good program, I reckon we can do pretty well for the remainder of the D1 series. But cheers for tuning in, do the YouTube stuff, and yeah, see you next time.
Who did this?